Hey guys, and welcome back. So, a couple things. This is a test run with the Arteza Economy Cotton Stretched Canvases in 8x10. These were donated anonymously. Well, they were donated by somebody who wishes to remain anonymous. I know who donated them. We are using the paints that we mixed with the Mod Podge. And we are going to do an interesting pour. We're just going to kind of go back and forth across with each color and see how it does, because we're going to do the exact same thing that we did with the glue all mixture, and so that we can evenly compare them. So I'm going to use the green first. I'm just going to make a tip, and we're just going to start. The one thing I've noticed with the Mod Podge is even if you mix it and the consistency is perfect, if you don't immediately use it, the consistency gets really thick really fast. I think it's just the way the Mod Podge is, but that's just a thought. So I'm using it pretty fast now. I am wiping all the extras on the edges. I do want to try to make sure it's fully covered. We're going to set that back there. And then we're going to add the yellow. I'm just going to stir it up, make sure that it's not drying any. And we're going to go for it. Every now and then I'm pulling it all the way over the edge just to make sure it drips over the edge pretty well. The goal is to fill in the spots that you don't fill in with the color before it. And then I'll do the same thing with this one. I'll take the stick, scrape it. We're going to just fill in some areas here. Got a little bit left, so I'm just going to slide it down on some of these edges. Okay. Blue. I will say that with the Mod Podge, I'm also noticing that the colors don't mix as much. They pretty much stay together in their own little lane. I'm going to add the amethyst, and then I'm going to tilt it a little, just to make sure we cover everything. And then I'll add, because I do have some amethyst left and a little bit of blue left. And go back that way. Okay, I'm going to sit down for a moment. And I'm going to use some of the blue that's left and just try to fill in some of these holes. I'll do the same thing with the amethyst, and then we'll tilt again. So this just is a little thick, but I think it's because I mixed it in one video and then I had to reset my camera to do another video, and I think Mod Podge just sets up decently fast, you guys. So that's something to think about when you're using it. Maybe thin it down a little bit with water. Or immediately use it. I had to save the other video before I could use it because last time I made a bunch of videos, they self-deleted and I didn't want to lose videos this go round. So I'm just going to touch these places up real quick with some paint. Stretch them into each other. Okay. I've got paint all over my hands, you guys. Okay. Well, then I'm just going to go this way a little. I'm just pulling it over to cover the edges up top where I see spots not covered. I'll tilt it back that way in a minute and it'll fix it, but I just want to make sure that everything's kindly covered. No big gaps. Same thing over here. Sit down for a moment because I do have a blank spot. Again, this is very thick. It wasn't this thick when we mixed it, you guys. I just didn't add water to it. And now I'm realizing that I probably should have. I really like it though. Their colors aren't maneuvering. We do need to get rid of some of these air bubbles. I really didn't want to torch, but there are air bubbles like everywhere. Okay. Oop. And we're going to tilt back this way. So pull that over the edge where there's an indentation for some reason. Okay, and now we're just going to tilt back this way. I'm having trouble holding on to the canvas at this point. I will say it's pretty beautiful though. The colors really work together. Just going to take a random stick and go around the edges and just knock off any excess that's sticking down. There we go. And I will bring you guys in for a close-up, I guess. If I can with this, the way this camera is set up on here. Let's see. Okay. Well, you guys got to enjoy that. That was interesting. Let me get some paint off of you. Well, not you, but my phone. Okay, so that was interesting. We know not to do that again. Here is the piece. It looks really glossy, you guys. So, there's that side, the center, and the side, and the other edge. I'm doing it the best I can. My camera's facing down, so I can't see what you guys can see. So yeah. So there it is, and we'll see how it dries, and then we will come back and kind of see how the final product is. So I hope you guys enjoy this. Let me know what you think. Do you think it's going to dry glossy because of the Mod Podge or not? So let me know.